it's time, waste of time. Yes, it's a waste of time because it's not.
But you can't be composed when a man's talking to you like that. Like, you know, I mean, me and you, who couldn't fight our way out of a wet paper bag, shouldn't allow another man to talk to us like that.
It's ridiculous, and you see these scuffles and all this nonsense at press conferences, and that is where it goes wrong.
Oleksandr Usyk speaks out after being attacked by Moses Itauma, and he doesn't sound angry, he sounds embarrassed for him. Usyk brushes it off as a complete waste of time, basically saying this isn't boxing, this is cheap behavior. No chaos, no street nonsense, just a quiet humiliation. If you've got real courage, step in the ring. Acting wild outside only makes you look small.
Like this. It's like my target. But when start fight, this target, and this target.
Usyk shows why he's untouchable. While Moses Itauma thinks running around and throwing fits makes him a threat, Usyk proves it's all smoke and mirrors. This isn't a street brawl, it's boxing, and Usyk's calm control exposes Moses' antics as weak and desperate. Trying to show bravado outside the ring only makes you look small, while a true champion like Usyk lets skill and discipline do the talking.
Yeah, I can. For me, it's not business. For me, it's sport. For me, it's like breath for me.
Eddie Hearn spells it out clearly. When you cross personal lines, reactions are inevitable. But here's the problem for Moses Itauma. Provoking a calm, elite champion like Usyk doesn't make you tough, it makes you reckless. Shoving and cheap talk aren't signs of fearlessness. They're signs of insecurity. You don't intimidate a pound-for-pound great with playground tactics. You expose yourself.
When someone pushes your buttons, when someone shoves you like that, when someone starts talking about your mum, no man, like, look, I'm a complete pussy, right? If you start talking about my mum and all this other stuff, I'm going to have a pop at you. I can't fight it, but I don't care. I'll have a right go. And you're talking about the world heavyweight champion. If you start talking to him like that, if you shove him like that, he's going to react.
Frank Warren makes it perfectly clear. This isn't some street brawl. It's professional boxing. All the drama outside the ring is pointless and foolish. Fighters get paid to perform in the ring, not to throw tantrums beforehand. Moses Itauma's antics? Cheap, unnecessary, and only make him look amateurish. Usyk stays above it all, letting the sport speak for itself while others flail around.
Shove. Well, this is not a gang fight. You know, the only two of be fighting are the boxers, and save it for the night. They don't get paid. They don't get paid to fight before the fight. Stupid.
Usyk is already thinking ahead, plotting his next big challenges. He's not impressed or rattled by Moses Itauma's attacks. He's focused on the ring, not the cheap stunts. Calling out Wilder and Itauma shows his confidence and vision, while Moses' previous antics fade to insignificance. This isn't a playground fight, it's world-class strategy versus empty bravado, and Usyk is miles ahead.
I think 2-3 fights more. For me, next year fight, I want fight with,
Johnny Nelson doesn't mince words. What Moses Itauma did on the morning of the fight was reckless and dangerous. This isn't some casual stunt. It crosses the line and puts everyone in a difficult position. Usyk, as always, rises above it, showing that professionalism and calm control win over cheap, attention-seeking chaos every time. Moses' antics only make him look small and reckless.
On him, man, to make the way how he's done it, you know, on the morning of a fight, he's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think shit. So I don't know how to.
Moses Itauma tries to hype himself as world level, but it's all talk. Claiming he's ready while others step up the pace slowly makes him look like he's chasing attention rather than respect. Meanwhile, Usyk stays focused, letting the ring determine real skill. Enjoying boxing doesn't excuse cheap stunts. The actions speak louder than words. And right now, Itauma's bluster is just empty noise.
Are you ready for world level?
I've been screaming it. Of course. I've been screaming it, but you know, like, I get it. Like, they want to step me up slowly. I'm down for that, you know what I mean? So, listen, I'm just trying to enjoy boxing now.
What sets you apart from...
Dave Coldwell hits the nail on the head. Touching another fighter's face isn't a joke. It's a serious escalation. Moses' stunt takes a personal confrontation to another level, but Usyk doesn't respond in kind. He lets discipline and skill carry the message. This is why true champions don't stoop to cheap tactics. Provocations outside the ring only expose weakness, not courage.
Because that's a little bit naughty. Because I know it's all, fun and games at press conferences, but when you lay your hands on another man's face, whether there's an egg in it or not, you've laid your hands on his face, and that takes it to another level.
Simon Jordan perfectly captures the absurdity of Moses Itauma's behavior. Usyk's face-off attack might grab headlines, but this isn't impressive, it's unnecessary and unprofessional. Boxing has always seen over-the-line antics, from Chisora spitting on Klitschko to countless other stunts, but the difference is context and respect. Usyk doesn't stoop to that level. He stays composed, proving why he's a true champion. Meanwhile, Moses' desperate attempt to make a statement only exposes his lack of discipline and understanding of the sport. In boxing, skill and composure speak louder than cheap theatrics, and Usyk has both in spades.
Look at his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? We saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
The Wade concept lays it out straight. Face-offs and pre-fight tensions are part of boxing, but touching another fighter crosses the line. Moses Itauma's actions were reckless and childish, a stunt for the cameras rather than a show of skill. Usyk remains calm and professional, showing the stark difference between a true champion and someone chasing attention. The fight game has seen far worse, but real fighters understand boundaries. Cheap stunts outside the ring don't intimidate Usyk, they highlight the perpetrator's weakness. Discipline, respect, and focus are what earn respect, not unnecessary aggression before the bell even rings.
On stage or face-off? Of course not. Yes, it's over the line. You shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other. But it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game, in the combat sport.
Frank Warren hints at the bigger picture. While Moses Itauma tries to steal the spotlight with cheap antics, Usyk is already thinking ahead. This isn't a moment for drama. It's strategy, planning, and vision. Usyk remains steps ahead, focusing on meaningful fights with Wilder and others, while Moses wastes energy on stunts that earn him nothing but embarrassment. Warren's words reinforce that real champions operate with a long-term plan, considering all options carefully. The board and promoters know the value of a disciplined fighter over a hothead. In the end, skill, timing, and composure always win over chaos and cheap theatrics.
There's some good fights to be made. That's a consideration. We'll look at it.
Usyk next.
We're going to sit down. We're not making any decisions tonight. We'll consider all the various.
Duke McKenzie makes an interesting point, but let's be real. Moses Itauma's morning stunt wasn't genius. It was desperate. Trying to create hype by attacking Usyk before the fight only makes him look small and reckless. Boxing is entertainment, yes. But true stars generate excitement with skill and dominance, not childish theatrics. Usyk lets actions speak louder than words, remaining calm and composed while others flail for attention. Cheap moves don't fill arenas or earn respect, they just highlight a lack of discipline. In a sport that rewards talent, timing, and intelligence, Usyk's poise overshadows Moses' chaotic attempts, proving who the real champion is.
Call it. I thought it was a stroke of genius, personally. I don't see there's any harm in it. This is the entertainment business that we live in now, and if you're not going to be entertaining...
Adam Smith paints Moses Itauma as a promising, exciting fighter, ticking all the technical boxes: southpaw, hard-hitting, agile, confident. But hype doesn't equal results. And here's the thing. Itauma's morning stunt against Usyk showed the cracks in that so-called attitude. Looking extraordinary in highlights means nothing if you throw cheap, undisciplined moves outside the ring. Usyk, calm and composed, has already exposed the difference between a real champion and a wannabe. Itauma can move and hit hard, but when faced with true skill and composure, theatrics don't translate into respect or dominance. The fight itself will be the ultimate test. This isn't about style points. It's about discipline, timing, and execution. Right now, Usyk's poise overshadows Moses' empty bravado.
Block Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right time?
Adam Smith captures the reality. Boxing is unpredictable, and these wild incidents, while shocking, are part of the sport. Moses Itauma's attack at the press event didn't elevate him. It drew attention, yes, but for all the wrong reasons. Discipline, skill, and timing are what define champions, and Usyk has all three. By staying composed, he turns these cheap stunts into a display of superiority, exposing Itauma as reckless and immature. Events like this stir drama, but they don't decide fights. Actions inside the ring do. The hype grows, fans speculate, promoters scramble, but Usyk's focus remains unshaken. Moses' theatrics may make headlines, but real respect comes from performance, not chaos. When the bell rings, the ring is the only place courage, skill, and dominance matter, and Usyk's control outside the ring already gives him the upper hand.
The casual fans, do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens.
Jack Catterall's words highlight the unique pressures fighters face, particularly around weight management and preparation. Moses Itauma may try to justify his aggressive antics as part of his confidence or approach, but in reality, it exposes recklessness. Boxing has rules and boundaries for a reason. Usyk respects them, while Itauma's street-style stunts show he doesn't understand the sport's discipline. Weight, conditioning, and mental control are part of a champion's toolkit. Usyk has mastered them all. Itauma's attempts to provoke or show bravado before the fight do nothing to advance his credibility, and instead highlight inexperience. Safety and professionalism are key, and Usyk's calm approach proves that respect and skill outweigh chaos.
You know what? Everybody's weight situation and weight making situation is unique to them. There's weight classes for a reason. I know some people are going to two extreme lengths. I don't know. I can't comment on it. I wish him to be safe and well, like I wish every fighter. But that's their business.
Adam Smith perfectly sums up the uncertainty of fight day. Anything can happen, and pre-fight scripts rarely survive the reality in the ring. Moses Itauma's morning attack was a desperate attempt to control a narrative he can't dominate. He can't fake courage, and theatrics don't translate into skill. Usyk thrives in this chaos. He's calm, disciplined, and focused on what truly matters, the fight itself. While Moses tries to make headlines, Usyk quietly exposes the futility of cheap stunts. Boxing rewards composure, intelligence, and execution, and Usyk embodies all three. The unpredictability Smith mentions favors those with experience and focus, not showmanship. When the bell rings, empty bravado disappears, leaving only real skill and strategy. Moses' antics may excite fans for a moment, but the ring doesn't lie, and Usyk has already proven who commands respect and who's left floundering.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of scripts go out the window.
This entire saga has shown the stark difference between a true champion and a pretender. Oleksandr Usyk remains calm, disciplined, and unshakable, letting his actions speak louder than Moses Itauma's cheap stunts and desperate theatrics. Every move outside the ring exposes Itauma as reckless, while Usyk's focus and professionalism only highlight why he's at the top of the sport. The message is clear. Real champions don't need chaos to prove themselves. They dominate with skill, intelligence, and composure. Fans, analysts, and even promoters are watching closely, and the anticipation is only growing. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think Moses can survive Usyk's skill in the ring, or has he already humiliated himself enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the debate, because the fight of the year is coming.